Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll answer the most common questions related to SIM cards and eSIM technology. I'll also show the positives and negatives while traveling internationally of each. Selecting the right SIM solution could save you lots of headaches and money, so let's dive in. First, let's talk about what a SIM card is. A SIM card, or a subscriber identity module card, is the small chip that gets inserted in the back of your phone. It contains your phone number, carrier information, and other data that's needed to connect to a cellular network. So what are the positives of these SIM cards? So positives of SIM cards include physical eSIM cards can be easily swapped between phones and carriers. Local SIM cards can be purchased while traveling to avoid expensive roaming charges. Widely supported by most carriers and countries. What are the negatives of SIM cards? SIM cards can be a hassle to physically swap them out. They may not be supported in some countries or by some carriers, and they can be lost or damaged easily. Can you imagine getting to the end of your trip and you've lost your SIM card? That would be terrible. Okay, so we talked about what SIM cards are. So what is this whole eSIM thing? eSIM technology was first introduced in 2016 by the Global System for Mobile Communication Association. The eSIM technology was designed to replace the traditional old physical cards to provide enhanced convenience for world travelers. An eSIM, or embedded eSIM, is a digital SIM that's built into your phone. Instead of a physical card, your phone's software contains all the information needed to connect to a cellular network. So let's go over some of the positives of eSIMs. eSIMs can be activated directly from your phone without needing to physically swap out the SIM card. They can be used to connect to local cellular networks while traveling, eliminating the need to purchase a physical SIM card, and can be more secure than physical eSIM cards as they cannot be lost or stolen. So those are the positives of eSIMs. Let's talk about some of the negatives. They may not be supported by all carriers in all countries. They can be difficult to activate on occasion when you are switching between carriers, and it may not be compatible with older phones and devices. All right, let's talk about compatibility. That's a great segue. So eSIM technology is compatible with Android and iPhone. For iPhone users, eSIM is supported on iPhone 10 through iPhone 14 versions. For Android, eSIM is supported by Samsung Galaxy 54 and newer, Google Pixel 2 and newer, and several other brands of Android phones. So let's talk about the carriers a little bit. Most major carriers in the US support eSIM technology. Those include AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile. In fact, the three major carriers I just mentioned also support eSIM Quick Transfer. eSIM Quick Transfer Protocol, which allows you, as the user, to activate the eSIM app yourself. So with an eSIM card, you don't got to pull out the old card, and you can activate it yourself if you're on one of those three major carriers. There are others that also allow it, but those three big ones were the first ones to adopt it. All right, let's take a quick little break. If you value this video, please do me a favor and click like, subscribe, or click the bell to receive alerts when I post new content. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below, and I'm glad to address them for you. So let's get back into it. All right, let's talk about how to activate your eSIM card. So before you plan your trip, you can hop on these websites and find the best one for you. And once you purchase one, the company will send you via email a QR code on how to set up the eSIM when you arrived at your destination. So this is great to do beforehand. Purchase your eSIM plan, receive that email, maybe do a screenshot of it. So once you arrive at your destination via airplane or however you get there, you'll need a reliable Wi-Fi or cellular connection to activate your eSIM. So when your plane lands at your destination, take a moment and log into their free Wi-Fi. That'll allow you to activate the eSIM cellular plan. And you may even need, if you're flying with a friend, somebody that has a phone as well, so you can send them that QR code so you can just scan it from your phone. If not, there's manual instructions in the email as well. So next, you simply scan the QR code and your phone will prompt you and walk you through the eSIM activation process. Once you complete the activation process, you will then be using the prepaid eSIM cellular plan that you purchased. Completing the activation process will ensure that the original home-based SIM card will be deactivated. This will prevent you from being charged those pesky, expensive international roaming fees that your domestic provider will charge you. All right, let's talk about the best eSIMs out there. So there are several eSIM companies that service Europe, including Holify, Holafly, Airalo, AIRALO, and Dent. Those seem to be the three top big ones. They all have good reviews online, but you should visit their websites and review their plans and the various specifications, such as the price for data, how much data, service speed. Does the plan include voice calls, text SMS, tethering, hotspots? For a recent trip to Greece that my wife and I are planning, we selected the 15-day plan with unlimited data but no voice call. But that's okay. If you still need to make a voice call, the data plan does support VoIP or voice over IP apps such as WhatsApp or Skype. So you can still make a voice call. Maybe just set up your loved ones with one of those VoIP apps before you leave, and make sure you guys test it out before you go. So let's talk a little more about SIM cards. So they are expensive at the airport. So if you go the old school route and actually buy a SIM card, don't buy it at the airport. They're about 10 times as much. Wait till you get into town. They're much cheaper. Then you can physically remove and replace that SIM card, and hopefully you don't lose it during the trip. And then essentially, if you go that old school method, you need to switch your SIM card back on your return flight back. And that's how you reconnect back when you get back here. But do keep in mind that most eSIM plans don't allow you to use your phone as a hotspot, aka tethering. So if you're a couple traveling together, there are some plans that will allow you to tether. So if you're looking to just buy one plan, find one that allows you to tether. All right, so let's wrap it up. So what type of card is right for you? Well, it depends on your needs and your preferences. If you're someone who likes to switch between phones or carriers frequently, then a traditional SIM card may be a good option for you. An eSIM can save you the hassle of physically swapping out the SIM card and eliminates the potential that you're going to lose that card. Most major carriers allow for international roaming, but they charge you by the day to do so. For example, you can purchase an expensive international data plan on major carriers such as Verizon or AT&T, but they will likely charge you about $10 a day. So essentially, if you're traveling for 5 days or less, then purchasing a SIM card or an eSIM may not make sense for you, because most plans cost around $30 to $50. So, if you're traveling between 3 to 5 days, you're kind of on that cusp. But if you're traveling internationally, you're probably traveling longer. So if you're traveling between 6 and 14 days or longer, then an eSIM probably makes more economic sense for you. As such, we've selected the Holify International Cellular Plan as it was the best fit for us and our needs. So unlimited data, $50 or $47 for 14 days. So anywho, I hope this video was valuable and provided you the information you need to make an informed decision between SIM and eSIM cards for your upcoming travel. Again, if you valued this content, please do me a favor, click subscribe, like, or click the bell to receive alerts when I post new content. If you have any comments or questions, please put them in the comments sections. I'm glad to answer them.